you looking for a pair of reliable wired earbuds that are not only able to take phone calls but also sound great and are cheap enough to replace when broken or use as a backup pair, because I just found a pair of wired earbuds from Sony that does all of that while keeping the cost at just under $10. Hey, it's TZH here with Technological Gadgets, always aiming to bring you the best in tech and make tech work for you. On this channel, we sometimes do tech tutorials, but more often than not, we do tech gear reviews just like this one. So if that's the content that you like, make sure to drop a like and also remember to subscribe to help support this channel. First, let's take a look at the unboxing. It comes in this transparent plastic shell where you can see the actual earbuds inside. On the back, it has all the information about the product and also a tab to pull open to get to the inside. Inside, you get the literature followed by two sets of different size ear tips, which is nice for getting the perfect fit with these earbuds. Then, in this plastic cutout, you get the earbuds itself. And that's all for the unboxing experience. Next, let's move on to the design and exterior of the earbud. The earbud housing is made out of this black glossy plastic, which I personally think looks cool but would have much preferred matte black plastic. Also, it comes in different colors, but it does feel pretty solid, and on the back there is a Sony logo. The ear tips themselves do feel pretty nice and comfortable, albeit a tougher feeling plastic. This allows it to do an excellent job of isolating noise, especially if you find the right fit, as well as the sound not leaking out as much. On the right side of the earbud, you can find the inline microphone along with the button to control your music. And you can hear a sound test of the inline microphone right now. And at the end, it terminates into a right angle 3.5mm headphone jack, which I personally prefer and I think a lot of people do, as well as just overall making the earbuds last longer. About the cable, it is a serrated cable that in my testing really prevents tangling and feels really nice. Overall, the exterior and design of these earbuds are pretty good. Now, to the audio quality itself. First, let's start off with bass. The bass is rich with pretty good punchiness and sub-bass depth, which I bet most people will love, especially if you listen to a lot of rap, hip-hop, pop and EDM. Still, don't expect extreme bass response like the Skull Candy Ink that I have reviewed before, but these sound pretty close to it in terms of bass response. Also, if the earbud sounds slightly weird, as if there was no bass, you might need to crank up the volume to solve that issue. Other than that, the bass doesn't bleed much into the lower mids, which prevent a lot of the muddiness and boominess like those found in the bass heavy Skull Candy Ink. And if you decide to boost the bass frequency, you will gain a lot of that deep, rumbly and punchy bass like the Skull Candy Ink has. Vocals sound warm, especially male vocals that hit those lower mid frequencies, and higher mid frequencies are still crisp and don't exhibit much harshness, which is nice. Though the mids are not as bright as the other frequencies, so do keep that in mind. Also, if you decide to bring up the mids via an EQ, it will give you more mid emphasis, but the mids will sound slightly more harsh, so there's that. Moving on to the highs, these earbuds do have some brightness, but are definitely not as bright as the JBL C100SI that I have reviewed. This causes them sadly to have no detail resolve in the high frequencies. However, there is zero sibilance or any sharpness to make them hard to listen to for a long period of time. And if you decide to EQ them with more highs, you will get some brightness and detail resolve in the high frequency at the expense of sibilance and harshness. And of course, you can see a frequency response graph here provided by the Phonograph. Then let's touch on the soundstage and imaging of these earbuds. These earbuds do sound pretty close off and don't have much soundstage, unlike the JBL C100SI, which makes environments in games, movies and even music sound very close off to you and not as immersive or wide and open. But for the price, what can we expect? However, stereo separation is pretty good, allowing you to differentiate between the left and right channel distinctively, which is awesome. But there is not much imaging, meaning you can't exactly pinpoint the exact specific location of sounds of instruments in songs or elements in games, and can only pinpoint the general direction of where the sound is coming from, which is kind of sad, which I suspect has something to do with the soundstage not being wide enough. Last but not least, how does the inline microphone on this earbud sound? You can take a listen to it right now. This is how the inline microphone on the Sony MDR EX15AP sounds like, so let me know how you think it sounds. The microphone on these earbuds does sound decent and definitely good enough for phone calls, video calls, chatting online and even recording voiceovers. Not to mention vlogging or filming on the go with your smartphone. If your smartphone has a 3.5mm headphone jack and allows external microphones to be used during video recording, if you don't mind the quality, that is. On to my conclusion, these earbuds are great for music, especially bass heavy music, videos, movies and casual gaming if you don't mind the not so good soundstage and imaging. Besides, they are extra reliable since they are wired and have a built-in microphone, which is awesome for phone calls and chatting online, as they sound decently good. Overall, these earbuds are good for $10, but just remember to keep your expectations low, as they yet again cost just under $10. And in terms of sound quality, I will rate them just below my previously reviewed JBL C100SI and Skull Candy Inked. And if you would like to pick up a pair for yourself, I'll leave a link in the description below to where you can buy it. Anyways, if you like the video so far, make sure to drop a like and don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more content just like this.